America, welcome to Third Eye Knowledge with the messenger with some very important information on why they want to remove Bolster and Trump on behalf of the NPR. We're going to be taking excerpts from the Lancet and John Hopkins University. Just want to read you off a couple of things I found that America needs to really let marinate on. There was no action taken for this virus, as we already know. It's out of control. It was marginalized and it negatively impacted the U.S. and the world. Americans must put a president in the White House in 2021 that understands public health and public health crises, not partisan politics. As of right now, we have 1.4 million infections and 88,000 deaths. Yesterday it was 85,000 deaths. John Hopkins University. There's new outbreaks in Minnesota and Iowa that are skyrocketing and they're spiking. You can look at all tables available. It'll tell you. Every table that you can get your hands on, you will see, America, just to give you a very quick visual. It went from here, now it's going way up here. New York, for example. New Jersey is just under New York, and Connecticut's right up there as well. So when you look at the tables, look for the spikes, and you'll see them. You can Google any table that you would prefer. I would prefer, America, to Google tables that are by the experts. CDC has gone from gold star standards for global disease detection to an ineffective and minuscule agency on this situation. There is absolutely no testing, surveillance on this disease or in the laboratories whatsoever in America right now. The Trump administration just slowly chipped at the situation. They did nothing. They took a couple looks in a meeting, and that was it. We also have removed one of the last CDC Chinese staff in Wuhan and Hubei, in the Hubei province of China. And we have a huge intelligence vacuum right now. Numerous errors due to the CDC and why it's out of control is nowhere close to maintaining basic surveillance, like I said, America, into laboratory testing infrastructure needed to combat COVID-19. America, I'm going to make this brief, but it might be a little long, so I hope you have time for my conscious and aware input and my advice to the American people as of right now. Number one, you are not safe in this country. I want America to really let that sit. You have an administration right now that is choosing to kill thousands of people for the sake of protecting public sectors and basically maintain their power. I don't want to scare America or talk out of turn or act like I know everything, because America, again, I don't. I'm just a, John Q. taxpayer, idle work laborer, and mechanic, like I say in my videos all the time. But I wanted to take a couple minutes after briefing you on this information. If they really cared, America, there would be constant 24-hour surveillance of the virus and whatever samples that they may find, or any way that they're doing to try to find basically a therapy, which would be my honest opinion on what to focus on first, would be therapy on the virus. How we can wean our way into having it, like, let's say, a full-blown COVID-19 patient who is willing to go under, laboratory testing and all that good stuff. Surveil the patient, make sure the patient is comfortable, absolutely, but in an environment where they can also take care of the patient. And all you need maybe one or two volunteers and work on getting rid of this virus, on how we can treat it. Right now, maybe a vaccine, that's too much of a hope shot, and I would understand it because Dr. Fauci said it himself, it would take about 18 months tops to try to find a vaccine, and that a lot of time we should be using this in Washington, utilizing this time to get every access to every expert that we can find right now, whether it would be CDC or WHO. But America, this is a serious situation. And I wanted to stress to the American people to take nothing but the utmost precautions Wear the fucking mask, whether you're a man or whatever. It doesn't matter anymore, America, because I'm telling you this right now. If there is no surveillance on this, nobody taking accountability, but just taking down the numbers of deaths and infections and either undercounting them for Trump's poll numbers and is satisfactory to get his fucking next year in office or next 2 years in office, instead of taking care of the American people, there should be a message to America to try to do whatever you can to live with. Because America, this virus has gone to a point where not only is it out of control, it's possibly mutated. You're seeing people's lung tissue getting ripped apart, pieces of people's heart falling out of, like, literally apart inside of them as they're taking their last breaths on ventilators. There is serious, serious precautions that this country needs to take. Well, why do you say this? It's simply this. If you're feeling that you have a comfort level that the Washington and every bigwig or expert is doing whatever they can to take care of the situation, they are not. They're just wondering about how we're going to get more money into our pockets and how what we can tell the American people to pivot them from the coronavirus pandemic and to get them back to putting money in our pockets. That is exactly what's going on in Washington. So, America, to leave you with this, that's why people are making it laws in their states now to put masks on, because there's nobody doing absolutely nothing in DC. They have no choice in the CDC right now to do it. They only have what they have in the CDC. There's no American Chinese scientists in Wuhan or Hubei working with the Chinese government and the Chinese the Chinese medical science labs to try to find something that they can do to at least contain this, because it's gotten out of control. Oh, then there should be widespread and adequate testing. Absolutely, but that's not the mission in Washington. It should be the mission for all the state governors to come together, but there's too many shitbag governors in the state. There's 27 states in this country right now, and I know everybody could speak for yourselves on the comments down below. Please feel free. That we can't even trust certain state governments right now. So where does that leave the American people? I'll tell you exactly where that leaves us. That leaves us to fend for ourselves, so we should be coming together. Right, left, liberal, doesn't matter. Should be coming together to try to figure out a way we can get through this, because we're going to have to learn to live with it. Because unfortunately, America, as of today, I will say this now, your government is trying to kill you. Your government is we're taking a back seat to their fucking money. That's basically what it is, America. We're taking a back seat to their greed and their ego and their overall power over the country. And at the same time, shaking hands with the Chinese government and the Russian government to do God knows what else. Possibly global domination. Well, that's just conspiracy talk. Hey, what's stopping them? Is the question I have for the American people tonight. What's stopping them from global domination? They don't care. And I just gave you whatever you need to sit there and go, you know what? I'm going to have to fend for myself. Because that's exactly what we're going to have to do, America. Instead of killing each other, we need to build and get through this. So, America, I wish you nothing but the best. And nothing but the best of health, peace, and prosperity. I hope I could help anybody that is sitting there like this. What the fuck? There's your answer. We should be coming together as of right now, America. Enough is enough. That's what they want you to do. Don't give them what they want. Unite in your communities. Anybody tries to take your peace or your prosperity, lay it on them. Anybody in any of the states I just mentioned, but also Georgia and Michigan and everywhere else that has a shitty governor, anybody tries to take that peace and prosperity from you, even at the state government level, take it back. Maintain. Everybody have a great evening. Peace and love.